Hi beauties, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is another top 5 video in my video series, and I'm going to talk about my top 5 limited edition beauty products. Before we get started, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me for today's video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button as well as turn on the notification bell. That way you won't miss any of my uploads. One of you guys recommended that I talk about my top 5 limited edition products. I thought that one was interesting, so I was intrigued and I took on the challenge of looking through my limited edition products to determine my top 5. So my 5th product is, there are actually some limited edition products that I have that I use even more than this one. But whenever I remember this product and go back to it and pick it up, I'm always like, ooh, honey child. My 5th product is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerriero Glow Kit. Another reason that I wanted to mention this product is she actually brought this back for a period of time. Actually, I think on Anastasia Beverly Hills website, it's still available. It's not on Sephora's website to my knowledge, but you may still be able to get this. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to pick this as well, because I didn't want to torture you with all limited edition products that you can't buy. I'm going to swatch a few of these. I use this one quite a bit. That shade is Glow Getter. I use Glow Getter and Forever Young. Woo! Okay. Glow Getter is the one that's here, and Forever Young is on this side. And do you see what I mean? Absolutely magnificent. Blows your mind when you use this. But some of the other shades, I think, let's see what this is like, a little bit icy for me, so I don't quite use that one that much. It's more subtle. This shade here by my thumb, a little bit more subtle, but it's beautiful. This is beautiful. So these two here are the shades that I use the most. I can use all of the shades, and I have used them all, but I do lean more in the middle as far as the shades that I use. But blows my mind whenever I pick this back up. I just sort of forget about the Glow Kits. I used to be all into them, and then I kind of forgot about them, and I use more standalone individual products. When it crosses my mind to pick this up and I use it, I am blown away. I have 3 Glow Kits, and probably the best as far as my medium deep skin tone. Definitely more user friendly for me, so I love this. And I actually gave it away one time on my channel, and everybody went crazy over that giveaway. People wanted that palette. My next favorite item, number 4, is the NARS Narcissist Wanted Eyeshadow Palette. I think I got very lucky, and I got this palette right before it was out of stock. I mean, literally right before, and I filmed videos and talked about it, and then I went in store and it was gone. This is what the palette looks like, and I just fell in love with it. The shadows are very creamy and blendable as far as the mattes, and the shimmers are stunning. I use this palette and another item that I'm going to talk about to create my eyeshadow look. I incorporated this. So I have this shadow in my crease. I used a light brown like transition shade, and then I use this in my crease. I have this sort of in my outer V area and underneath my lash line. I also have this under the lash line, and I think this shade is in my inner tear duct. So I just used 2 eyeshadow palettes. It's amazing. I even love this green shadow here. I use this shadow when creating eyeshadow looks. I think that one's stunning. All of the shimmers are magnificent. Creamy, buttery, even still to this day. So I do go back to this palette from time to time, and I use this. I also like these 2 brown colors are perfect as far as transition and crease colors for my skin tone. I'm always excited when a palette contains a beautiful transition, and this deep chocolate serves as a black, so you could really take this from day to night very quickly. It's just beautiful and stunning, and I love it. And this brown right here, let me show you guys this color too. Just this beautiful chocolate shimmer. Like, it is so beautiful. It's just so much you can do with this palette. So I love it, and I haven't picked up any of the other ones by NARS that look like this. Sometimes I hear different things, like I hear mixed reviews about the other palettes, but this one is fire. And they even brought this back in like a mini size. They do have others that are about this size if you want to try them out. I haven't tried those. I can only speak to this one, and it is fire. My third favorite limited edition product, I'm thinking, making sure. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this one. My third favorite limited edition product is actually new to my collection, and I have been talking about it nonstop here on my channel ever since I got this product. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury Bejeweled palette. Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotize is actually the name of it. So this palette has like 4 different sections, and you can create a full eye look with like these 3 and these 3 and these 3, and then the ones on the end. I don't do it that way. I'm all over this palette. I don't color in the lines. And this is the other palette that I used with the Narcissist palette to create my eyeshadow look. And I used the matte brown here, this middle shade. And again, because of my lights, this is going to look much lighter than it actually is. It is much deeper in tone than it comes off. And it's so much blinginess in this palette that I can't even hold it up without the lights reflecting everywhere. Ah, it's so blingy. So I'm sorry. I'm wearing mostly, I have on that matte brown. I'm wearing the Love Glow section. So sometimes I color in the lines. I did kind of stay in this area this time. Like, I can't tell you how much I love this palette. And I have literally reached for it on a daily basis ever since I got it. I got it around Christmas time, and I have been wearing it ever since, and I have to make myself wear other things. I love the purples, and I love these reds, and I even wear this gold. I put this gold on, and let me swatch a few of them here. I put this gold on if I'm just wanting to do a one and done. Here's one of the reds here that's on my eye right now. Here's one of the purples. It's just beautiful. The eyeshadows are super soft and pigmented, and they just blend out beautifully. And I just like them for every day. And I can't put into words why I love this so much. But I do think that the quality is there, and they're very pigmented, and they're easy to blend. It just doesn't take much effort to create your eyeshadow look when using this palette. And I just like the colors, and I like how the shimmers are just pow, just beautiful. I don't know, I can just tell with high-end eyeshadows like the Charlotte Tilbury, as well as Pat McGrath, Natasha Denona, they just wear on your eye completely different than more affordable palettes. I don't know what is crushed in their pigments that give them that outstanding appearance on your eye, but they just make your eye look amazing. I can't put it into words. And this one I love. I'm a sucker for the slim packaging, but I can tell that these eyeshadows are more of a high-end eyeshadow, and I love it. So in this short period of time, it has made my top limited edition list. Second most favorite limited edition product, it was really tough between the Charlotte Tilbury and this product, but I decided to leave this one in the number 2 spot for sentimental reasons, and because it's probably one of the very first products that I purchased outside of MAC Cosmetics, because I was a MAC girl, and that is the Jaclyn Hill palette by Becca Cosmetics. I have to say, you guys know I told you, even when things are expired, if it doesn't smell funny, if it doesn't feel funny, I keep using it. And it doesn't smell funny. So it has a mirror here. What you get with this palette, you get 3 blushes and you get the Champagne Pop highlighter and you get the Prosecco Pop. And this is when Prosecco Pop was introduced with this palette. So that's Champagne Pop and this is Prosecco Pop. And Champagne Pop, of course, is like a champagne color, and Prosecco Pop is gold. I just kind of swatched all the blush colors here. This one has sort of a shimmer in it, and it's this one here. It reminds you of NARS Orgasm, and I've realized recently that there are so many companies who have created their own version of the Orgasm blush, and that sort of reminds you of that. It's kind of got some golds mixed in it, and then you have this pink colored blush, which actually looks really pretty even on deeper skin. And again, these are much darker than they may look on camera, and this is a more muted sort of neutral color blush, and it's right here on my hand. You can't see it that much, but you can build it up, and it just looks like a perfect everyday shade that will go with everything. And guys, when I tell you I killed it, probably all of my beginning, like the first year on YouTube, whenever I purchased this for a year, this was what I was using on my cheeks all the time. I got caught up in the hype. It was my first, high-end palette, highlighter, cheek colors that, again, weren't MAC Cosmetics, and I loved them. I fell in love with this palette, and I used it to death. And even now, when I go back and use it, it just is nostalgia for me. It makes me feel good inside, and I still love this palette. You can purchase some of these products individually. You just can't buy this palette again, but I love this so much, and I still do. Number 2, limited edition product. Before I tell you guys my final product, I'm gonna break my top 5 rule. I gotta say something about an honorable mention. Okay, I gotta say something. I haven't had this product that long, so it didn't make the list because I just got it and I'm wearing it today. It is the cheek color and the highlighter that I'm wearing today. It is by Chanel. I've been using it a week. I didn't want to put it on the list, but it is limited edition, and I'm telling you guys about it because this is another one of those products you could actually still purchase. It's sort of a hard pressed product. Pretty soon I'm gonna stop swatching it because it's not much in this pan. I don't want to run out just from swatches. It's a peach orange blush and a peach colored highlight, and I love it. It does come with a brush. I'm not gonna put it on the list this time, but I just wanted to tell you guys this is an honorable mention highlighter blush duo from Chanel that you can actually still get right now. Comes in a beautiful velour pouch. It's $70 and I love it already. I just haven't had it very long. Now we're gonna move on to my actual number 1 product. My number 1 favorite limited edition product, I have to give this award to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter. Everybody and their mama loves this highlighter. Anastasia knows this, which is why she brought it back briefly a couple of years ago. So it was limited edition and she brought it back briefly. I think during that time I was able to pick one up for my daughter because she kept using this. She loves this highlighter. When I first got it, it had these beautiful waves in it. The waves are starting to get a little flat on me. Let me swatch this here. Oh my goodness. I have no words for how beautiful and stunning this highlighter is. It's like a champagne gold and it's just a stunning color. It actually reminds me of one of the shades in the Nicole Guerrero palette as well, which is good. And I have been able to find a few like dupes. Like I think that there's a Spark shade by Morphe that I think is sort of close as far as affordable, but I have been able to purchase some other highlighters that sort of remind me of this one that are also very beautiful. My Dior highlighter, my Nude Glow, it's a little bit like this, maybe not quite a champagne, but it looks a little bit like this as well. So that makes me feel a little bit better that I can use other brands and sort of get a similar look. But I can remember like testing this out and trying it out and popping it here, and it was just the most stunning highlighter that I've ever worn. It's so smooth, it's so beautiful. it just looks great on so many skin tones, and this is definitely one that needs to be permanent. I also picked up the Iced Out palette that she just released, and it is made very similarly. The packaging is, but the color is nothing like it. But this is definitely a favorite. The packaging is stunning. The size, like that unique shape that it had, it was just gorgeous. I love it, and everybody loved it. And it is my #1 limited edition product. All right, guys, so that concludes my video. Please don't kill me in the comments for cheating and adding in that 6th product. If I really had to be honest, I wanted to add in a 7th one. Be sure to let me know down in the comment what you want to see next as far as my top 5. These are very fun, and I'm loving it, and it really is making me think. It's challenging me to think here. So if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will respond. And if you've not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button before you leave. So I'll be seeing you guys again very soon in my next video. So until the next time we meet again, this is Savvy, signing out.